Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us and Happy New Year. We traveled a lot in 2024. It was the most traveling I've ever done in a single year, and I'm really behind on putting videos out. So I thought that it would be a good time for a channel update. 2024 was a busy year, a year that saw us travel to France, Canada, Alaska, and many locations here in the lower 48. This year was also a return to backpacking, which, for me, is one of my favorite ways to explore our public lands. But most importantly, this year saw an unexpected and unprecedented growth for the channel, and I would like to thank all of you that commented, subscribed, and joined us for the journey. In 2024, we explored the Cadiz Dunes Wilderness, we went to Gold Butte National Monument, we spent time in Utah's San Rafael Swell, we ended up spending a week in Bears Ears National Monument, we traveled to the Silver Island Mountains, the Newfoundland Mountains, we went to the Shooting Gallery, which is a detached portion of the Basin Range National Monument, and we explored Valley of Fire and Buffington Pockets. We camped in the Alabama Hills, drove the Red Canyon Jeep Trail to the Trestle Bridge, wandered through the Cabeza Prieta National Wildlife Refuge and Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monuments, and I did my first backpacking trip in years. We also explored the Sawtooth National Recreation Area, Glacier National Park, we traveled to southern France and hiked to France's highest waterfall, we explored a 1,000-year-old castle that sits atop a windy ridge, and hiked into a gorge with an ancient hermitage built into a cave on a cliff wall. We drove to Alaska through Canada, spent time in Banff, Jasper, Waterton Lakes, and several other provincial parks along the way. We hiked through an ancient forest populated by an inland remnant of huge coastal cedars. We explored Watson Lake's Pine Forest, tried a sourdough cocktail while in Dawson City, and camped high above the Yukon River. A six-pack of beer got me a flight in a powered paraglider, and I went land sailing on a dry lake bed in the Utah desert with friend and fellow YouTuber Rick Hypes. For this year, we will be making a return to the Kofa National Wildlife Refuge, and we will also be exploring more of Bears Ears National Monument. Next month, I'll be in Arizona rock hounding with another friend and fellow YouTuber, Eric Poulin, and in the spring, we're going to drive from Los Angeles up to the border of Oregon on California's Coastal Highway 1. In June and July, we're going to be in Alaska again, and while we're there, we are going to take the trip up the Dalton Highway to the Brooks Range, and we're going to do some hiking in the Gates of the Arctic National Park and the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. If I have time, and since I will be in the neighborhood, I'm also going to try to travel to a place that's been on my list for a couple of decades now called Tombstone Provincial Park, which is in the Yukon Territory. While we're up there, we might even take the Dempster Highway all the way to the Mackenzie Delta and the town of Tuktoyaktuk, which is on the Arctic Ocean. With my channel growing like it did in 2024, I have had a couple of companies reach out to me asking if I'd like to try any of their products. So I'll be doing a couple of videos about the gear and equipment we use on our adventures. Now, as you probably already know, the overall scope of this channel is to encourage people to get out and explore their public lands. So with that in mind, I'll be talking a bit more about public lands, public land policy, and issues that affect all of us that enjoy getting out on our public lands for recreation. So again, I'd like to thank everybody that joined us in the last year, and I hope that 2025 will go as planned, and I'll be able to bring you guys some more exciting adventures as we travel across North America and explore the public lands out here. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos about hiking and camping out here on America's public lands, consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and you can join us each time when we have a new adventure ready for you guys to see. Until then, hopefully we'll see you out on the trails.